Good evening, everyone, and welcome to a very special edition. We are live for Chelsea versus Man City, and Paul is the king of timing coming into the studio as I pressed the live button because suddenly they were kicking off, and I was like, right, let's go. But we are here, we are off. WSL season has begun. Paul, how are you? You all right?
Not too bad. Can you hear me all right?
I can, yes, indeed.
Good, because I'm back on earphones after a couple of times a microphone because Kerry is here to provide further colour commentary on screen.
And we do love Kerry's commentary, so I'm very, very happy to see her back.
As viewers of the Euros will remember.
Yes, if you joined us through the Euros, I think we've got some new viewers because of Kerry during the Euros, to be honest. But thank you already to people who we had loads of people waiting to watch. So thank you so much. Remember, the live chat is here again this evening, so do get involved with your thoughts, predictions, anything we're talking about, because what a transfer window it's been, the chaos of deadline day yesterday, and of course we have the match on at the moment. Now, not the first match of the evening, of course, because in the WSL2 Championship, Sheffield United versus Sunderland kicked off at 6 o'clock. And when I last looked, Sunderland were 2-0 up through new signings, Izzy Atkinson and Rhiannon Roberts as well. So, we said, didn't we, during the WSL2 preview, that we thought Sunderland had made some really good signings, but actually Sheffield looked like they'd stepped up as well. But 2-0's a good. Oh, hang on.
2-1.
Oh, was it 2-1 now?
No, I just thought you were reacting to something because I was like, we haven't synchronized our watches.
No. Just Bunny Shaw drove into the box and had a shot.
Okay, you are at
So
least 15 seconds ahead of me then.
Oh, what minute are you on? Right, everyone do a time check. What are you on, sorry?
Well, Bunny Shaw is just driving into the box now at 2:40. So,
okay,
so that's how far behind I am.
I'm on 3:24.
I'm not. I haven't passed 3 minutes yet.
Oh, okay. So everyone in the chat, it looks like I'm ahead. So I'll try and half react to things, and then we'll see your take on it, Paul, when it comes through.
Well, we can react. Sam Kerr is on the bench.
She is after more than a year out, isn't it? I mean, I'm happy to see her back. But do you think, how much of a role do you think she'll play, certainly in this first half of the season?
I think she'll be an impact sub.
Yes.
I can see her being an impact sub. And I was very confused because I thought the chat was very quiet, and then I realised I hadn't joined it. So that was a bit... Sorry, everybody. I'm not ignoring you. I'm just desperately trying to join the chat.
No, we love it.
Team Chaos, of course.
Hey, we had technical difficulties and all sorts the last couple of weeks, but we are still here. Don't worry. Now, I'm just thinking as well, because the chat is a bit quiet this evening. So do keep putting your thoughts in, because we're in for a very exciting night indeed. But yes, so we mentioned Sheffield Sunderland there already. It still is 2-0. And while there's a battle in midfield going on for Chelsea City, let's just update you on that one. Kira Barry's come on to replace Katie Watson. Katie Watson's had a fantastic game. If people don't know Katie Watson, you soon will. And
who is Katie Watson? Sorry, I'm just in media fashion. You know, who is Katie Watson, Freya?
Who is she? Where did
she come from?
Oops. But yeah, no, fantastic young talent. Again, Izzy Atkinson, new signing. We said she was going to be really good on our preview show, and she proved everyone right, getting that first goal in. And then Rhiannon Roberts, new captain, new signing this season, Welsh international, of course. got the second. And that was in the 50th minute. So they should be coming up to the 70-ish minute mark at the moment. So still a bit of time to go. And if anyone can hear a very happy baby in the background, hello. Hello.
Hello, Toby. There is a Toby in the WSL2 now.
I know, yeah. As soon as the football came on screen, she was like, hello. I've missed this. So yeah, very happy baby. Still a bit early, not yet at bedtime, so she's still awake. Hello.
I've just put the old I've just put the old tweet out so people know we're here. And
Wonderful. Thank you very much.
Maybe we'll take the old Shades of Blue network as well.
Yes, please do get Crunk and Co on board, because we do love that interaction with the City fans. Now then, our wonderful graphics wizard Sam has put our starting 11s up on the screen, as you can see. So we've got Chelsea, of course. Let's run through. So we've got Hampton, of course, in goal. Carpenter making her first start ever, but at Stamford Bridge. Then we've got Bjorn, Bright, Millie Bright, of course, coming back in after injury and missing the Euros. Niamh Charles, Sandy Baltimore, Kira Walsh, Erin Cuthbert, Vika Captain, Micah Marno, and Aldi Beaver Jones for Chelsea. And I'll just stop there because 3-0 Sunderland. 3-0. Katie Kitchen.
New Zealand's finest, of course.
Yes. Exactly. And again, another fantastic talent that we need more of in the league. Chris has put in the chat, where can I watch the game? It's on Sky Sports this evening, mate. So if you do have Sky Sports, not sure if it's on Showcase tonight. I think it might just be on the Sky Sports actual channel.
I'm fascinated. Lily Murphy starting for Man City is an interesting.
Well, we have a very happy baby.
I'll say that it's not interesting in the sense of we're really surprised, because obviously she's made a point of she's broken into the team last season, but with a new manager coming in.
Well, I don't know how much of the pre-match you saw, but yes, Andrea Jegler said that she's had a really good pre-season and he was really impressed with her. So that's why she's getting the nod tonight. So yeah, I mean, she's impressive, and she's getting the chance to start against Chelsea in the WSL, which is a fantastic moment for her. If you can't tell, Toby is starting to walk and just wants to stand the whole time. So I do apologise to everyone. That is now just a baby.
I actually think that Lily Murphy's emergence contributed strongly to Man City going, yeah, Chloe Kelly can bugger off. Because I just think that Chloe Kelly was clearly seen as expendable by Gareth Taylor, and we can go over that again because reams of stuff have been discussed. But when you've got players coming through, maybe there was a general view at the club that it was just like, actually,
what's that natural progression you get, isn't it? From a team, and some players just run the course, and then it does come to a natural-ish end for everyone involved. So there we go.
Or they try and spend ridiculous amounts of money in a transfer window and randomly break the world transfer record on deadline day.
Now, who would do such a thing? Who would do such a thing again? Apparently, if we're talking about London City, apparently it's not a world record fee.
I love how the London City there's an argument, because PSG are saying yes, it is, and London City sources are saying it's not quite a world record. It's almost as if they're like, we're not quite ridiculously trying to ruin the game with our spending.
Yeah. No, we didn't pay that much, we promise. Just going back to the game at hand, of course, Ellie Carpenter, I mean, what a signing she is in general, but she's had a lovely run down the right-hand side there. Unfortunately, there's no one on the end of a cross. Baltimore back in the middle, but Yamashita is able to collect.
We have our first commentary van to the season, by the way, because apparently Sky can't say Ayaka Yamashita's name right
Oh,
because she was called Akani. Which,
Akani.
you know,
Ah. But
it's
means
not like she's been in the Liga season or anything, and it's not like it's a relatively
no.
easy name as far as Japanese names go.
Yeah.
To say.
Well, it was like we were saying in the chat before we went live. In the Sunderland game, that the poor commentator there, we don't know how much time he had to prep, but he definitely got some names wrong, including players that weren't on the pitch. So it was just it's hard because you can see how much money they've put into. Well, Sky have put into the new credits and everything that way. The new show, they've got podcasts, and there's going to be a women's show and all this stuff, which is great. But then the championship, in comparison, now looks crap in a sense.
Well,
it's just a YouTube stream.
They've put more money in because, as someone who's on the peripheral of that and hoping to get in and commentating on that, particularly on the championship, actually, the figures that have been quoted that are being put in for the broadcast and by the production companies, because it's a new production company this year. There is a significant investment going in, and that's for the WSL and for the WSL too. So that's a good thing. Clearly, someone somewhere has decided, right, if we want this level of quality, then we're going to have to pay the expected amount for it.
Yeah, we're actually gonna put the money in to do that. Yamashita down. I know.
Hello, Toby Ray.
She's like, I want to be involved. I'm normally in bed when you guys do this. So, so welcome everyone, new and old faces.
We're definitely the only podcast that has a baby and a cat as pundits, aren't we? Like, that's the unique selling point.
I was going to say that's our USP. I think we should continue with this. And so, yeah, I mean, good evening to Mark, evening to Matt. Best league in the world. Now,
so I can hear you every week going, welcome to the Absolutely Football podcast, sponsored by the Sam Kerr Mercurial Superfly.
Yes, Kevin's decided that we need to be sponsored by Sam Kerr's boots.
Oh, right, okay.
That's what's going on in the background, because one of the many big things that was relatively insignificant, but has been people are trying to build up as proof of how much they care about women's football. Sam Kerr, I believe, and I am prepared to be corrected in the chat because it feels wrong, because it feels like perhaps Puteas or Bonmati might have had a signature boot, but apparently Sam Kerr now has a signature boot in the same way that Leo Messi and the best players in the men's game.
I didn't know she had a signature boot. Okay.
So it is the Nike Sam Kerr Mercurial Superfly.
Rolls off the tongue, yeah.
Which rolls off the tongue as far as boots go. And I'm just going to casually see how much the Sam Kerr Mercurial Superfly.
Oh, please do.
Details for, because we're all about, because apparently it is specifically designed for female players, for Sam Kerr and female players.
Okay. Yeah.
And difficult things, and
that wasn't even a joke. It was a good thing.
Supposedly the way women move is different to men, and different weight distribution and stuff. So supposedly this is one of the first boots specifically say for women. This is weird. Sky are now doing a random on the bench interview with Lucy Bronze.
Well, it's funny you said that, because Sophie, my friend and friend of the pod, has just messaged me going, what the F are these in-game interviews? So they're very much trying to be DAZN, they're trying to be Champions League with these, in-play interviews. And because I read somewhere, and again, people in the chat might be able to kind of see if they've said this as well.
Are you ready? Do you want to guess the price? Guess the price of this boot. Closest wins.
Right, here we go then. Kerry has found the cost of the Nike Sam Kerr
It's the
signature
Superfly,
Mercurial
the Nike
Superfly.
Mercurial Superfly.
Oh, fantastic. Go on then.
Elite Sam Kerr.
It is the Nike Super.
No,
so-
Nike
hang on.
Mercurial
Nike
Superfly
Mercurial Superfly 10 Elite Sam Kerr edition.
Right.
Okay. Guess how
Nice
much?
boots. I scrolled down so you can't.
£320.
I am going to guess because I remember when football boots were 35 quid and they
I
were
know
made
Mars
of
are.
lead and they had
oh.
and you only got one pair of laces, right? Okay, and now they're bloody calf skin, carbon fiber engineered bollocks. But anyway, you reckon 320 quid?
Yeah.
Yeah, I reckon above 300.
£264.99.
£264.99 to you, ma'am.
Bargain.
Which is an absolute bargain for any aspiring young footballer who wants a pair of Nike Mercurial 10 Elite Superfly Sam Kerr football boots.
Yeah, a couple of pairs a season, that'll do. Got another comment there. Why is it not being streamed? So it's on Sky Sports this evening. So we are doing a watch along. We're not streaming the match, just to clear that up, just in case anyone thought we were streaming it. We are doing a live commentary and talking about all the other matches this evening and this weekend as well. Now, attack on for Chelsea. Carpenter again. Found Baltimore. Can't she do anything? Oh, took a deflection. And that was nearly it. That was nearly the deadlock broken. I know.
I really like Micah Hamano, I've decided. I don't know whether and I'm going to put the light on because it's very, very dark in here. So you will get a brief tour of my living room.
You won't sit down.
Oh no, I won't. Good.
Yeah, so it's Cuthbert to Carpenter into the box. Lovely bit of footwork by Baltimore. And it comes off the arm of Yamashita and down and out for a corner. Oh, but was that handball? But obviously not given because we don't know.
I'm going to point out, by the way, that the commentary is excruciatingly awkward.
Right.
Of the we're going to have this conversation and we're going to have it happen in-game interviews. So Lucy Bronze is going to randomly react to her teammates on the pitch mid-conversation. So you got this kind of weird commentary where it was like, so Lucy, how has pre-season been? Well, it's been a great. Oh, go on, Sandy. And you just kind of sat there going, oh no, that's no.
I forgot that you were behind. I was like, oh, what's happened now? Yes, but what a chance that would have been if it went in. And I would understand if they'd got Lucy Bronze on the commentary team for the night, or she popped in at half time, or she had a bit of a stunt, but to just have her in the press bit.
Yeah, she's on the bench. She's in the squad, and it's just like. Yeah.
But yeah, put your thoughts in the chat. Do you agree with these in-game interviews with players and managers and things like that? Or should we just keep it for pre-match? Debbie! Pre-match and post-match. Do not pull that. Okay?
Also, controversial opinion.
Yes. I mean,
Chelsea playing at Stamford Bridge doesn't do Chelsea justice with crowds, because for whatever reason, Stamford Bridge looks a lot emptier than a bunch of stadiums. And I don't know whether it's because Stamford Bridge, the design of Stamford Bridge or whatever, but there's massive gaps behind the goal, or the massive gaps, just the empty upper tier makes it very obvious that they've just kind of only half opened it.
It's a strange one, isn't it? Because when I first put the pre-match on, I was like, oh, there's hardly anyone here, but I'm really glad it has filled as much. And I think that's as busy really as I've seen it. So, but yeah, as on the whole, it never looks as full. Whereas, with Kingsmeadow, you're going to get a sold-out crowd, essentially, aren't you?
I mean, Stamford Bridge is a 45,000 seat stadium, so
yeah.
there's 20-something thousand people there, and it's only half full. It's not as bad as something like Bramall
Right.
Lane, where there's
That looks
1,500
really sad
people in a
tonight.
30,000 seat stadium.
And I will say for the match tonight, putting a kickoff at 6:00 on a Friday night, when Friday is horrendous for travelling anyway, but you've got to try and get in the middle of a city centre, because Bramall Lane, for those who haven't been, is right in the city centre.
Proper city centre football ground.
Yeah, but if you're trying to get there from Sunderland for a 6:00 kickoff, it's impossible. So, not the best one. But it did look like there was only a couple of hundred there at a push.
The trouble, I suppose, is that, like Matt says,
Well, like Matt says, yeah, absolutely.
where are Chelsea going to play that's between Kingsmeadow and Stamford Bridge?
And you wish for these instances that either they would, expand Kingsmeadow if possible. I'm not sure, planning permission, how much land they've got, or even if they could do like an extra tier in one of the stands.
Yeah, build upwards.
Yeah,
because one side on Kingsmeadow, there's nothing there. It is a cowshed. Like the side that all of the cameras are on is a cowshed.
Yeah,
like, it's not a stand.
You go in, say bye.
And oh, look at the grin on her.
Yeah,
that's a proper grin, Toby.
Right, night. There we go.
Just a bit. This is what you get. The live watch along. So there's a brief pause.
You've got live babies, live pets.
Live babies, live pets.
Yeah.
All human and animal life is here.
Everyone is welcome on the Absolute Football Podcast. So if you are new here, we are live every Wednesday, talking about as many leagues as we can possibly fit in to the time that we've got. As Chelsea, nearly on the attack again.
Micah Habano's looking very lively early on.
She is, yeah. And going up against, Hasegawa.
I'm sure. If I remember correctly, when we were talking and we did our WSL preview, I picked out Micah Hamano as a player who I thought was going to make a stride forward for Chelsea this season and become much more important.
Yeah, because she came on leaps and bounds, didn't she, last season, from being introduced and really finding her feet. So yeah, I can see her being such a great part of this team this season. And it's 4-0 to Sunderland. Just 4-0.
5-0 loss start of last season, 5-0 win to start this one.
Hey,
still time.
Imagine if they got another one in the dying minutes to do the absolute opposite.
Still time.
Still time. Yeah, for those who don't remember, opening day last season, Sunderland went away to Birmingham City and got absolutely hammered 5-0. And now it's Emily Scarsy with the fourth of the afternoon.
Emily Scar, there's a name that's been with Chelsea, been with who? Been with Sunderland all the way up. It's good. It's good to see. It's good to see clubs sticking with the players who've been loyal to them, work their way all the way up in the northeast.
Yes.
Because
where your local lasses can actually go and play football.
Where your local lasses can go and play football, as opposed to just talking about your local lasses can go and play football, and then going and spending lots of money on aging Lionesses. Mentioning no names, Newcastle, we know who you are. Aging Lionesses who are Sunderland fans because they can't find their own. Again, mentioning no names, Newcastle. Durham, by the way, while we're talking about transfer deadline day.
Yes, of course.
And it is tangentially Man City related because Poppy Pritchard.
Yeah. What a deal that they've done there. Because for those of you who don't know, Poppy Pritchard kind of came up through the academy, been with Durham for a long time, and then went to City last January, I want to say.
Last August.
They signed her. And now she's back at Durham on loan.
It was last August, wasn't it? I'm sure it was last August, because then she very swiftly, or it was relatively early in the summer window, she went to Man City and then disappeared off on loan to Crystal Palace until January, and then went to Newcastle and didn't play.
That's the one. Yep.
And is now back at Durham. So Durham have taken the 6-figure fee for Poppy Pritchard from Manchester City and have kept her services for another year, which is
They have. Good bit of business. Good bit of business by Durham there.
And they're another club we have to talk about as doing good things, because all the focus has obviously been on London City throwing all of their billionaire stuff around. But Durham, we talked about last year with their local lottery winning, Euro Millions winning investors.
Oh, Hermano, can she do something? Oh, cut out by Casper and behind for a corner. I was going to say pretty. I mean, Chelsea edging it in these opening 26-ish minutes. Chelsea definitely have had the better chances of the two. But yeah, going back to stadiums, Matt's just put there, we don't want to be like other clubs who play in a big stadium but can only fill one stand. Yeah, as someone who follows Villa, yeah, it's not great, to be honest. But it'll come. And you think a bit, we always talk about it a bit like the Emirates, you sell out a lower tier and then you go higher, rather than just putting all the noise on one side and it being a bit strange. But yes, that was the 90th minute. Emily Scarr got the 4th. And it's full time, 4-0 for Sunderland away to Sheffield United. Fantastic result. Well done. Right.
Isn't advertising really, really stupid just in general? Because they've got the boots floating around at the moment.
Right, Bill Hicks.
They've got the ads floating around of the Sam Kerr Mercurial 10 Elite Hyper Edition, or whatever the flipping heck it's called. I'm gonna just. How many different ways can you say Sam Kerr's signature boots? Ooh. But apparently the slogan for it is. Apparently the slogan for it is "Strike without warning."
Oh, was that what it was?
That's what it was.
So strike without warning, and I was like, "Hey." But
so no, apparently they're comparing Sam Kerr to a drone strike, which is somewhere doing it.
Now, Paolo.
Or just it's a really weird. As Bunny Shaw chases the ball down 20 seconds after Freya's seen it happen. But
you've overthought this, man.
Well, I had to laugh earlier. Who said it about? Oh, it was Sean. Yeah, Emily Heaslip being the ref again this evening, and saying, "Do we all remember what happened last time?" Yes, yes.
I mean, appointing Emily Heaslip for this is a superb bit of trolling by the WSL.
It's fantastic. Yeah. Absolutely. But hey, no cards so far. We are only 29 minutes in, but no cards so far. Chris is asking if we're all right, Paul. We're all right, aren't we? We're good. Excited.
All right. We're taking along.
The new season is back, of course.
However, the men's football team could have had a better transfer window, but
Men? They don't play football. Surely?
Yeah, they do play football. We've got to talk about them occasionally because they try. I know it gets. I know the game gets shoved down our throat a bit. And sometimes you just can't escape it, and there's just not the interest there. You've got to ask if it's sustainable. But
you have to acknowledge it at some point.
We do. I personally wish that when the men's team signed players, they'd make it clear that it was the men's team who was signing. Because, the number of times I'll see Chelsea or Man City go, "We've got a new signing," and then it'll be just Declan Rice or some person like that.
It's like,
I'm thinking it might be an interesting player, and it's just some Spanish international.
Oh, there we go. There's the opener, and it's Aggie Beaver Jones for Chelsea. with a phenomenal run by Ellie Carpenter. I mean, I said it earlier when the game first started, but she is scarily quick down that right hand side.
Well, that's good. I can react in real time now because the ball is still 40 yards away. I'm assuming Ellie. Oh, that is a gorgeous little through ball.
Bon Pastor does not look happy though. Why does she not look happy? Did something happen? Oh, was someone offside? No, she can't be offside. No, she's not offside. Oh,
That's
lovely. Lovely jubbly.
that was just classic Chelsea, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Just
And look, someone's in the box. Someone's followed the ball through. Ellie Carpenter.
annoyingly, I didn't get my WSL fantasy team put together in time because so there goes.
No, I can't remember who I picked. Hang on.
So there goes at least 10 points.
Let's have a look. I can't remember who I put in.
Alex Greenwood just getting absolutely torched.
Oh, Bunny Shaw, what can she do in response? No, Hannah Hampton gets it. Flicks it away.
That's also Jade Rose gets absolutely done defensively. Because there is no way Jade Rose should have let Aggie Beaver Jones goal side of her. And she's absolutely been caught out there, which...
Yes! I did put Ellie Carpenter in defence in my fancy team. Who else I put in? Oh, now.
What it is time for?
It is time.
Kerry just looked at me and quietly gone, "It is time," like flipping Lion King. I've got Rafiki sat next to me now. It is time.
Very good. Very good. Carissa's put in the chat there, excited to see Kerr play again. Yeah, we'll see if she gets any minutes this evening. If she does, I'm assuming the last couple of minutes. Not much time.
I think she'll only get the last couple of minutes if the result is. If
it's a good,
considered, if it can reasonably be considered to be settled.
Oh, I'm so happy. Yes, Carpenter assists
because she is an impact sub, but she has been out for a year, so she's not going to be brought on for half an hour.
No, a couple of minutes, build it up, treat her, protect her essentially, because we don't want anything to happen.
Ellie Carpenter, of course, with assist as well as the clean sheet.
Yeah. I'm annoyed because I've got Guru Wrighton in my team who is not on the pitch.
Those Man City kits are hideous, by the way.
We need to talk about the raindrop kit. Again, people in the chat, how do you think the new kits, especially second and third kits, have gone this season? Because this one's okay. It's your sky blue. It's what you'd expect for City. But yeah, the raindrop one, god awful. Really, with lime green as well. And you're just like, who's thought that's a good idea? Like, because I know they've had lime green accents in the past, haven't they? But no.
Yeah, they're just...
It's okay not to have it.
Kevin has decided that if we do a charity podcast for her game 2 or whatever, the charity podcast has to be, I have to be sponsored to not slag stuff off and only say nice things.
People will probably pay a lot of money for that, Paul, to be honest. Right, free kick to City. What can they make of this one?
People could buy positive affirmations from me. Like, it's 50p, and I'll say something nice about a player of your choice.
Greenwood curls it in. Oh, off the crossbar. Oh, that was so close.
Your opinions can be
so close. Right, City.
For charity, my opinions can be bought, yes. I'll say nice things about London City Lionesses if it will benefit a charity. Michelle
Too good
Kang.
for-
Michelle,
too
Kang
good.
Michelle Kang can probably find a spare couple of grand down the back of the sofa.
It's what she's propped it up with. Oh,
You know how when your table's a bit wobbly and you put a book underneath it. In
Just
Michelle Kang's house, it's just a wad of tenors. Like,
no, £50. Come on. But no, yeah,
how
that
much
was
does it cost to buy? How much does it cost to prop up your table, like Michelle? About £1,000 actually, because that's roughly how many's there in 50 quids. You know,
it's about an Izzy Goodwin. That's the
that is a good win. No, that's if she's using all four legs. Well, we've decided it is time for Nancy to appear. There she goes.
Hey, there she goes.
There's a
Yeah,
tail.
Storm is currently asleep opposite me. So if anyone hears snoring, it's not me. It's the dog. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see with London City, again, just while I was pausing the game, how that team actually looks and how many times.
People are tuning in for you.
I don't know, but the team that actually got them there, the few that are remaining, what role they will actually play in the
You know when you see things in the chat and you're like, is that saying nice things about Spenny ladies? I mean, that's fairly easy.
Bite me, you hairy
Yeah.
rat.
Like,
first game, to draw at Ponty Limum in the 4th September, the Angeles. Bad timing with Shields from Homo Sunday. Oh, that is bad timing, Chris.
the manager for Spenny More Ladies just decides to.
Yeah. Well, it's doing a Matt Beard, really, isn't it? Just kind of.
Maybe he's got a better offer. Maybe he's going to go and join, I don't know, Chester Street or something. The Chester Street manager is currently checking their messages.
The Chester Street Massive. Right, that strike without warning, especially because it's a red boot as well, looks quite sinister.
I think that might be the point, but it's like it's
But
hardly strike without warning if you're telling everybody about it in front of tens of thousands of people on national TV, is it really?
No, not really, because now everyone's looking out for the strike. I do have to say though, that Chelsea goalkeeper kit that obviously Hannah Hampton's wearing, it looks a bit like a barcode, and it kind of looks quite nice from a distance, and then up close it makes your eyes go a bit funny.
I had a follow-up joke about that, but I was trying to think what it was.
They've just put a poll up on the screen on Sky Sports. Who do you think is going to win the season? Chelsea, 73%, and then followed by Arsenal. Ellie Carpenter off again. Can't be stopped. Ball into the box.
So what? So the two best supported clubs in the WSL are the ones who the Sky viewers think are going to win.
Funny
My God.
So yes, we do have Sky Sports. You can scan the QR code. We're not affiliated, of course, just letting you know what you can do. And you too can vote.
To make a Fast Show reference, groundbreaking.
To make a Devil Wears Prada reference. Florals for spring. Groundbreaking. Yeah, and the ball sadly goes out of play for Sandy Baltimore. Just can't get there in time. Coming into the 40th minute. Can you believe it? Already.
I think if I had enough money to get the ad boards around the edge of somewhere like Stamford Bridge, I just put like really obscure mean jokes in there. Like I'll do a football boot ad. I'll do a football boot ad, but
where's Millie Bright going? You'll see it in about 30 seconds, Paul.
I'll see it in about 30 seconds.
Millie Bright suddenly driving forward.
But I'll just have a fancy new football boot, and then I'll just have the slogan "Shoes for Pigeons." If you get that reference in the chat, I'll be impressed.
I was just thinking about pigeon detectives.
take her back to her place. There you go. Just
Poor pigeons.
true pigeons.
Why are you like this?
He doesn't know what he should do. He's 17. She's 17. He's 22. It's not that much of a difference.
Oh, Lauren Hemp with a little slide there. That could have been a lovely through ball from Willie Shaw. Casper right into the middle, but Charles is there to deflect. Still in play, and it's out. Is it a corner? Probably a corner.
I think I'm just having commentator Tourette's. I'm just randomly singing Pigeon Detective songs from the early noughties. When people are mentioning that.
Yeah, why not? We all need a bit of throwback. Hello to Dylan, who's just joined us in the chat. Good evening, good evening. Spenny under 18s girls team having the first game tomorrow as well. Good luck to you. Good luck to you, Spenny under 18s.
Kerry's just come back because she's been through London because she went down to see a friend earlier this week and went through London. And she just randomly informed me that Chelsea are the only team she saw advertised on the tube.
Oh, well,
Chelsea
there we go.
women specifically. So,
see, but that's a good standpoint though, because I think there's a lot that Chelsea do put in. Because I know they've done like the voiceovers for like the underground and stuff, didn't they? And I think, did Arsenal do it as well at some point? So there are advertising wise, they are getting much better.
didn't they do it? Wasn't it a Lionesses thing rather than a Chelsea thing for the Euros? Am I imagining?
Yes. Yeah, that might ring a bell. Or was it for the? Or was it for the derby? No, was it for a derby? Not a North London one. Maybe Arsenal Chelsea. They were telling you where to go. Oh, it's going to annoy us. I can definitely remember Lucy Bronze doing it. Can't remember anyone else. So yeah, everyone in the chat, we've only got half a memory between us.
that must have confused Londoners, wouldn't it? Like a proper northeast accent randomly appearing.
If yous are coming,
if yous are here for the derby,
if
yous are here for Stamford Bridge,
keep with the right.
Can I just ask what part of the northeast that's from?
I'm getting roasted for my lack of accent ability
You
again.
can't do accents. Don't try.
I mean, it was northeast adjacent.
Not northeast adjacent. See, an actual northeasterner says it was northeast adjacent. So there you go.
It wasn't.
So Cumbria. It was a Cumbrian accent that I've just come up with.
No, for that. I think it was like a hint of Yorkshire in there somewhere. City coming closer again, relying on Niamh Charles to get the ball out of the box.
The phrase Tottenham v West Ham, what a derby that is, has just been said, which is the kind of stretch that you pull a muscle.
Yeah, that's never interesting, to be honest.
I mean, as far as London derbies go, Spurs fans aren't looking at their fixture list going, when are we playing West Ham, are they?
No.
And
in fact, no one else is saying that either. So, yeah, of the London derbies, it's not the exciting one, is it?
It's the same. It's the same as a Sky Blues fan. With Midlands derbies, I'm always desperately checking the fixture list to see when we played Burton Albion.
That's grand old derby. But no, we did talk about it, of course, didn't we, on our WSL preview show that was on Wednesday. So if you're interested, you can go and watch that back now. And again, club by club, every single transfer that was correct at the time. We should edit it to say correct at time of recording. Because 32 transfers or signings or contracts were announced yesterday. Hannah Hampton nearly in trouble. Bunny Shaw.
31 of them were London City.
Well, I saw someone say they've got to have spent near 2 million in this transfer window, which is...
Well, no, they haven't spent near 2 million. They've spent near 2 million on 2 players.
Yeah.
That's just what they spent on deadline day. That's, like...
Yeah, that was the... Oh, yeah, should we spend this? We've got it left over. Let's go for it.
It's like the old council budget. It's like it's coming towards the end of the transfer window. We've got to get rid of this, or we might not or
Yeah.
Michelle might not give us as much for the winter window. Like,
Quick, let's fill in all the potholes. Let's do it.
let's paint the roundabouts.
Yeah.
A little bit of politics there, you
After
see. There we go. That was your Ben Elton joke. That's actually a new. I heard that shouted the other day. Actually, that's apparently is a new shout at football crowds or a new chant. Your dad paints roundabouts and your mum shouts at hotels. Is apparently.
I think I saw someone tweet that, but the fact that it is being taken further is fantastic.
I love the idea. I love the idea of a football crowd. I love the idea of just a really angry fan yelling at the referee and like standing up, and then 3,000 people shouting, "You shout at roundabouts."
Oh, that would be phenomenal, wouldn't it?
You paint the roundabouts. Go paint the roundabout. Like just.
Oh dear. Yeah.
They had Lionesses when the Lioness line was opened. They had Lionesses say, "Welcome to wherever the hell the Lioness line actually goes."
Yes, thank you, Chris. That's what it was. I knew it was obviously for a reason or promoting something, but yes, a Lioness line. And Miedemar shooting from distance. Oh, it was just wide. As she shouts, "Fuck off" to the sky. Oh, we do love you, Viv. And apologies, it is before 9 o'clock, so apologies for the F-bomb. But it was a direct quote.
Is that the WSL version of "Old Man Yells at Cloud"? Miedemar yells "Fuck off" at Sky.
To the football gods, why are you cursing me with this?
Apparently, I am the human version of "Old Man Yells at Cloud," the WSL version. That is a strike and a half actually from Miedemar. And yeah, that was very clearly "fuck off," wasn't it? that was very, very clear.
Don't need to be a lip reader to understand that one. Yes, there we go. See, Chris, this is why we love having you in the chat. Yes.
Nicky Dusay will be having words with Miedemar. That's a fine.
Imagine starting introducing fines for that. But yes, Alice Greenwood, Beth England, Lot of Umboy, and Lucy Bronze. Yes, that's the one. Thank you very much, Chris. Now, as the halftime whistle has gone, 1-0 to Chelsea.
At least. And for me. There we go. Hey. There we go. As the halftime whistle has gone.
There we go. Officially gone. Very good. I have to say, though, I mean, both teams have started strong, but Chelsea, annoyingly, have still got their Chelsea edge, haven't they? What have you made of this first half, Paul?
It's early season form. There's the odd pass gone astray that perhaps might not go astray in mid-season. Like there's been a few times both teams have kind of given the ball away slightly sloppily, and you're kind of going, "Oh, that's not something you'd expect Erin Cuthbert or Yui Hasegawa to do in midfield." Yeah. And then you look at it and you go, it's very obviously early season, if you like.
Yes. Yeah, still not quite that finesse, not quite there yet.
Ellie Carpenter's a racing snake, but we knew this.
Ellie Carpenter's
she's ridiculously quick.
So ridiculous. And it might get to a point, and I hate to say it, but between her and Lucy Bronze.
No, Lucy Bronze is now the backup right back.
Yeah.
I think this season is succession planning. This is Chelsea going.
Yeah.
Right.
Who can we bring in for that future? Because obviously Lucy Bronze, we will not tolerate any slander on this podcast. Paul might, but I won't. But yeah, I mean, when you look at the difference already that Ellie Carpenter's, came in full force and said, this is mine. This position is mine. So I'm glad there's a battle, because in the England team as well, it's always a case of, well, who's going to be there for Lucy Bronze, in a couple of years? Where's this transition going to happen? So at least
that's the actual question. Where is the next right back? Where is England's next right back? Neve Charles? She's more of a left back.
I don't know. I genuinely do not know.
There was also very cool in the adverts, a full-on, properly built-up Rugby World Cup advert with Eddie Kiljian
Hey,
and her very recognisable hair, and Ilona Maher and all of those folks.
Yeah,
Eddie
good.
Kiljian.
Oh, hang on. I was gay, but then more keen turned up. I'm not. Actually, no. I'm more gay now.
I don't. Did you hear that?
No.
Just in Kerry, in the only way she can. Ellie Kildern appears on TV, and Kerry's response to this is, "I'm definitely gay," followed by, "And now Roy Keane's turned up, so I'm not actually. I'm probably more gay."
And this is why we have adverts, just making sure everyone knows who they are.
which is news to me as well, frankly, after the past 14 years. It's news that you're gay, bye, maybe, but let's use terminology proper.
It's like, hello, I'm still here.
Yeah, I was going to say hello. My life has been a lie. Anyway,
Found out live on the podcast.
while my relationship crumbles, let's talk about Chelsea versus Man City.
I can see. I mean, the way it's going, I think I'd be interested to see if this ends in a draw, or if again Chelsea do a Chelsea and nick a winner, because they have looked slightly cleaner, haven't they, out of the two? But yeah, I mean, it's a good strong start.
Right, can I just ask, by the way, for other people watching it, have you got a coverage will resume shortly thing?
No.
Or have you actually got the studio?
Yeah, where are you watching it on?
Now TV. Other streaming services, of course, available.
No, I'm currently watching a JQ advert for their new 4x4. Available from your nearest dealer from £30,115.
Other electric cars and other Chinese cars are available.
UK specifications may vary. Yeah. So yeah, back to
we should be sponsored as a podcast, shouldn't we? Just it's just us apparently.
Right, so the other people have studio.
The people who are actually watching it on Sky and not through a streaming service.
Yes.
So
Caroline Barker, Izzy Christensen, and Rachel Corsi are the pundits for the
Caroline Barker, who, by the way, is chief LCL propaganda person because Grace Gioro signed, and she just treated Now You're Listening as if nobody was aware of London City before this point.
Oh.
There we go.
There we go. Now it's back. We maybe didn't get an ad break or something. Or we're a little bit further back.
Maybe. Oh, as if like that's the sign-in to come and watch the league. Like, we'll watch it anyway.
What's the sign-in to come and watch the league? Which one?
No, what you said about Grace Gioro going to London City.
Yeah, it's Now You're Listening to London City. It's like, yes, because the Nikita Paris and Katie Zalem and Lucia Corrales and
Alana Kennedy and Elena Linari and everyone. Daniel van der Donk, every other player that they brought in. Again, how they're going to line up, I just do not know. And I'm very interested to see. Tomorrow, of course, they go to the Emirates and face off against
They're just playing when you're on FIFA, and because positions don't really matter, you just kind of like, right, we'll have 37 of the best players in the world, and because it lets you play anywhere, it's like, we'll technically have a formation, but we'll play a striker at left back. It's
why not?
It's the Serena Wiegmann stroke Barcelona approach to things.
Well, they're going to have to. They've only got 2 players, haven't they?
I think that that's a penalty potentially. That is
Yes.
Rachel Corsie, right?
Yeah.
Kay was
Yeah,
just asking who's on the right. She's tall, Rachel Corsie is. You probably shouldn't be surprised because she's A, Scottish and B, a centre back, but still.
I will check for you how tall she is. Yeah, I agree. I don't do meters. 5'9". So yeah, decent.
She's 5'9". And Rachel Corsie is in fact in the middle because it's the Caroline Barker who's on the right, who is the presenter. And Izzy Christensen, who me and Izzy, we're like that.
Izzy Christensen, best woman in the world.
Best pundit, certainly.
Best pundit, yeah. And of course, now involved with Man City's youth, isn't she?
Which is presumably why what her capacity as well. Another reason she's on this one because she can talk with authority about some of the youth players coming through.
Yeah, very good.
I also enjoy how Barclays are desperately pretending that West Ham are relevant in all of because all of the little clips of Barclays WSL are all West Ham fans so far.
Well, hey, they're London, aren't they? So clearly lots of fans. Where's the Villa? Where's Everton? Where's
It's one of those pretenses of we do talk about other clubs rather than Chelsea and Arsenal. Insert another London team here.
There is life outside London, everyone. There's life.
If Michelle Kanga bought Sunderland, nobody would have mentioned it at this point.
No. Probably would have bought Newcastle instead, but yeah, I did it. I mean, I love that Chris put that in chat. Did anyone see Dorcom Wanderers had to sign a 54-year-old fan and a goalkeeper who hung up his gloves in 1997? Why, Chris? Why did they sign him?
For the social media clout.
That short?
I'm assuming. Because it's that Mark. What's his name? Isn't Dorking that Mark bloke?
That Mark bloke? I don't know.
Who's the social media manager? Who's on everything?
I
who I can't remember the name of, but he's a very much football Twitter celebrity.
One of those, right? I don't know, but I had a really good point. I can't remember what it was. Oh, that's one. Oh yeah. So my local team, Lincoln United /City /Women,
who are now just Lincoln. Are they Lincoln ladies or Lincoln women now?
So
they merged, didn't they?
Yes, they merged. They came together and said, right, we're going to put all our resources together. Brilliant. We're going to be known as Lincoln Women. They didn't file their paperwork in time. So there's still Lincoln United for the Tier 4 side. Lincoln City is still the Tier 5 side. But they've just had a reshuffle about who's in the teams. But because I saw the other day, they've had an awful start to the season. Like, there's so much going on behind the scenes. They were advertising for trialists to come and try out to help the team because things are going that badly.
Well, I'll do what everyone complains. I'll put a wig on and I'll go in because apparently that's what everybody's doing now.
Well, exactly. Yes. Well, exactly indeed. I mean, that makes sense. The goalkeeper's injured, but I love that they just went right. Who wants to be in goal? Anyone got gloves?
And someone puts his hand up and says, "Well, I last played in 1997, but I'll play. I'll step in."
That's like when I was teaching and they said, "Can anyone play the recorder?" And in my head, I went, "Yeah, I can." I used to play in primary school, not realizing they meant a proper recorder with proper sheet music and things like that. And I was like, "Oh." I learned, it wasn't too bad, but yeah, just very, very different.
I do hope that your home football club rename their stadium as well, because if it's Lincoln City and Lincoln United, they need to play in Lincoln Park.
Hey, very good. You mean you don't want them to play at the Sunhat Villa and Resorts Stadium?
No. If they played at Lincoln Park and got the band to sponsor it, more people would probably care about them.
Oh, imagine that. That'd be cool.
They could come out to Heavy as the Crown.
Yes. Oh, see, we've sorted their socials for them.
There's your marketing. Job done.
Done. And we'll take a percentage of that if anyone's listening. Now then, while we're having the longest ad break of the century. Shall we go through a couple of fixtures for the weekend? Here's some slides I made, earlier.
Here's someone made earlier. Classic Blue Peter.
So for the WSL2, we've got so of course this evening Sheffield versus Sunderland ended 4-0 to Sunderland. We've got one game tomorrow, that's Southampton versus Ipswich, and Birmingham City, Bristol, Charlton, Crystal Palace, Forest, Newcastle, and Portsmouth, Durham are all on Sunday. And we all said, your Charlton, Palace, and your Forest, Newcastle, they're the big ones of the weekend.
Forest Newcastle didn't, because obviously it was Anton talking about championship, and I do remember how brilliantly when we were talking about it, and Ant just went statement win, like instantly back Forest.
Yeah, it has to be, because again we've talked about how Forest have brought in so many really good names, some really really incredible ones, and you just think, what impact can they make? And I really, really hope it's a positive one. If we look at the WSL, then let's have a look. So currently we are watching Chelsea Man City, of course. Tomorrow, again, there's only one game, Arsenal London City. We'll talk about our predictions for that in a sec. And then we've got Spurs West Ham, the best London derby. United Leicester, Liverpool Everton at Anfield. And then you've got Brighton Villa, all at 12 o'clock on Sunday. So there we go. So how realistically do you think the Arsenal London City game is going to go tomorrow?
I hope, having ripped into them for their for spending and stuff, I am torn now, like genuinely, because from the throwing money at it side of things, part of me wants an Arsenal to say welcome to the big league and thump them 7 or 8-0.
Yeah,
but the generational head loss of Arsenal fans if London City beat them. The generational head loss of a media which is massively Arsenal centric.
Could you then imagine, though, Arsenal, the last game they had was winning the Champions League, to then getting beaten by London City at the Emirates? That would be a complete 180. But then would show you, the chaos we're in for this league. And
it's going to be a 0-0 draw, and it's going to settle nothing.
I know. After all this build-up, there's going to be nothing. Nothing happened. Or there'll be a really controversial penalty or something, just something to tip it off the edge.
Of course, for narrative purposes, Nikita Paris scoring the winner at the Emirates and giving it absolute stacks would be very funny. As an ex-Arsenal
that would be
player.
Good. Yeah, I would.
Well.
I would approve of that. I would. And the second half has kicked off. City trying straight for that chance, but Hannah Hampton was back on it.
Wait for it. Which is, we can synchronise our watches. Eventually. Feel the tension. Now the second half has kicked off in my house.
Okay, so it's 30
how far
seconds.
behind you are.
Yeah, 30. I wonder why there's such a delay.
So that must be at least 30 seconds.
Yeah, it was just turning on to the 30 when you said it. So yeah.
Ellie Carpenter is definitely going to be a player this season who is going to suffer a lot of the wrong type of attention on Twitter, I think. Because there's a bit of the Alicia Lehman about her, looks wise, and so you're going to get a lot of.
There's still, speaking of Alicia Lehman, there are still really creepy people online who still bring her up in conversation. It's like, she's playing in Italy. She hasn't played in the WSL for quite a few seasons now. Why are you still clinging on to that image? That didn't even serve a purpose. Yeah. So if we just put a general statement out there, don't be a creep on the internet.
Job done. Yeah.
Yeah. Just don't. And that's it. That is it.
As a wrestling promotion used to say before they actually ironically descended and became a bunch of assholes themselves, don't be a dick.
Yeah. Hashtag don't be a dick.
But see, Man City, they already look. They don't look like there's any. And I know Andre Yeglert hasn't had much time to adjust things or whatever else.
No.
But there's no discernible. Normally, when managers come in, there's a discernible change.
Yeah.
That you see, and there's the new manager bounce thing is for a reason, like because all players are obviously trying to get themselves into the new manager's thoughts in games and maybe a little bit extra motivated. Whereas, and we saw that demonstrated in the first game last season of Aston Villa versus Chelsea, where Villa looked noticeably like they've raised their game to try and impress Robert Powell, which obviously turned out to be an error in the long run. But, Andre Egglet is in, and Man City have just kind of turned up, and they're playing, but they're not getting at Chelsea, and they're one of the few clubs.
Oh, that would have been beautiful if Hampton wasn't so darn quick.
They're one of the few clubs who could really get at Chelsea, and they just haven't really.
Yeah, they haven't looked as threatening as they definitely could be / need to be if they want to get back up there in those top spots. Absolutely. It feels like the same City, doesn't it? But yeah, Hasegawa looked like she'd doubled in size.
It's she's her ability. I know we've sung the praises of Yui Hasegawa lots, but an underrated thing about her is how hard she hits a ball. Like her technique, and this seems to be a thing with Japanese players in general. The technique of Japanese players is incredible when they're doing tricky things like hitting volleys and things like that.
Yeah.
That was an incredible. If that's either side of Hannah Hampton, I think there's a good chance it's 1-1.
Yes. Yeah, she had to be on
because
that.
She caught it beautifully, but luckily for Hannah Hampton, it was at her.
You can see by her reaction, she was like, "Oh, didn't expect that to come straight at us."
You do wonder sometimes when goalies make saves like that, whether it is a technique thing, or you almost kind of get the instinctive human reaction of there is an object coming at my face very, very quickly, so the hands just kind of go up.
Yeah.
Because she can see it and then it's hit. Oh no, that is a conscious in slow motion. That is a conscious Hampton save. It's not. Oh God, I've seen that late. That's a conscious. I am doing goalies everywhere a disservice. Lauren Hemp hasn't really got into this game so far.
No. I know. Yeah, watch her now score a hat trick, and just go for it. Because I think her and Miedemar tried to go off each other a little bit, but she slipped unfortunately. But yeah, you're right. I haven't really seen her.
She had a fairly quiet Euros by her standards as well.
Yeah.
She was overtaken perhaps by Chloe Kelly in the spotlight. You're talking about wingers at this particular Euros.
I think so.
And is having what for her is a dip in form, which will be interesting to watch the next few games in particular.
is it a dip in form, or is it?
It's a dip in form by Lauren Hemp standards, which
Well, that's the thing. Is it
ridiculously
because
high.
we're so used to her being that incredible that the spotlight's kind of come off it a bit because suddenly other people are doing really good things, hence not focusing her maybe a bit.
But then you talk about incredible form and spotlight and stuff, and then you have, she just missed a header then and was complaining that she was booked a bit, Buddy Shaw. And Kerry actually made this point as well of the ridiculousness of her. She missed half the season, still joint top scorer in the WSL.
Well, yeah.
And nobody really mentioned it because everybody went, Russo! And there are potential factors in there that are causing that we've discussed, unconscious bias. But
yeah,
you have to bear in mind, and it's interesting with players like Hemp. When you say it's a dip in form, it's not necessarily a
clash of heads in the box. Green, get back in. Bit of a mix up. What can they do? Can they steal it back? Oh, let's get a bit feisty. This is what we need. We need
a bit of that. But women's football still has that problem where it gets ridiculously defensiveness. Like saying Lauren Hemp has a dip in form is not saying Lauren Hemp is crap. It is Lauren Hemp is not. Lauren Hemp is not playing at the standard of one of the best wingers in the world, and hasn't been for a little while.
Yeah, and it's noticeable because she was so good. Yeah. Oh, here we go. Lauren Hemp herself, cross into the box. Oh, I thought that was going to go in. Hasegawa is getting so close to put that ball in the back of the net.
Her game has changed recently.
A lot more obvious because she was always very subtle, wasn't she? And like very skilled if you knew where to look and you knew what she was doing. But this feels like she's really becoming more obvious for want of better word.
Yeah, she's now getting into that stage again where you're going to get who is Yui Hasegawa?
Yeah. Where did she come from? Well, she's actually been at the club for.
And like, that is a gorgeous touch. That is obscenely skilled.
And again, on the angle as well, looked like it was going to go in, didn't it?
And again, Japanese players in particular, you have to be careful with stereotypes of national players sometimes, but the level of technical ability that Japanese players as a collective have, Hanoka Hayashi, Aoba Fujino as well as another player. We're going to see more Japanese players. Maika Hamano as well as a very young player, but ridiculously good technically.
Yes.
And it's stuff like that I wish was highlighted more than here are the Lionesses and everybody else.
This could be the first. Is it going to be the first cards? Yes, it is. And it's going to Sydney Lohman.
Has the Chelsea player told her to go away with extreme prejudice, as Sydney Lohman is used to? She'll be used to that.
Oh, she does bring down Hamano. Hamano doesn't complain, though. As she wouldn't, because it's Hamano.
Oh, that is a scything tackle.
She goes for it, doesn't she? Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Sydney Lohman. Not afraid of a tackle.
Willkommen, Sydney. Welcome to the WSL.
Willkommen, bienvenue. Welcome.
Yes, when Man City are more adventurous, you keep the ball is brilliant.
Lohman getting caught again. She needs to be careful.
Maika Hamano is terrorising her opposite numbers in the Chelsea midfield, and it's lovely to see.
Yes.
And sometimes you wonder about coverage in general, where all the conversation, and I know people are going to talk about the star players, but it's very obvious in Sky coverage and a lot of commentary is it's right. We know which players we're going to talk about all the time.
Yeah, just because they're a name or they play for
And we will try and shoehorn the narrative that
yes.
wow, Lauren Hemp is amazing into every Bunny Shaw has an off day, and the whole conversation is about how Bunny Shaw has an off day, or Viv Miedemar is having an off day.
And that's the thing. It's like, mention it. Yeah, fine, if it's true. But, there are so many players, playing their asses off. Like, you don't have to talk about the names all the time just because they play for, Chelsea or Arsenal. You can talk about other people.
Kerry has opinions
my
about
way-
Andre Yeglets as
watching
well.
right now.
What does he look like? You are? Oh, I can't read them out. Okay, that was you were being rude about an old Danish person. This is it.
Call him older. That was you, mate.
The background commentary that we love.
He does. Andre Yeglets does look a bit like.
Who does he look like? He looks like someone, and it's really been bugging us.
You need the camera on him.
Has he got a look of Harry Redknapp about him? Kind of.
Harry Redknapp.
He does. The eyes. In the eyes.
What we need is what the confirmation we need is footage of Andre Yeglets sat in a car with the window down. Someone could create that with AI, and he looks like Harry Redknapp. Then we know.
It's the eyes, I'm telling you. Right. I'm saying right now, what are people's opinions on the fact that the number is outlined on the back of the shirts, but the names aren't? Because I have some issues with that.
Just in the WSL fonts in general?
Yeah, on the font.
Oh,
Because
the stupid numbers where the one really randomly looks twisted for some obscure reason.
Yeah, with all the lines on.
It looks like they've twisted them in the middle.
Yeah. But no, the numbers have got a black outline and the names do not. And it's quite upsetting.
I mean, there was definitely a bunch of people with rimless glasses who designed that font, wasn't there? Like,
or a monocle.
Just the kind of people whose working day is spent in a coffee shop with a laptop, occasionally talking on the phone about synergy a lot. Like,
synergy, yes, please. Now we've had a comment in the chat about where is Macario. Did she? She's not injured, is she, Cat Macario?
No, is she on the bench?
I've got that many tabs up. Let's have a look.
You've got a bunch of tabs up. I'm just like, what's happened with that one?
I'll have a look.
I mean, it doesn't help that you cannot see the numbers on the back of the Man City shirts, white on sky blue, with those fonts, particularly under floodlights.
Yeah, it's
just impossible to see.
Macario is there, and she's on the bench. Yeah, she's on the bench. So for those asking, she is on the bench. We've also got, if we're looking at benches for the evening, Chelsea have got Livia Peng, of course, very impressive goalkeeper coming in. Berman is back from loan. Nuskin, Macario, Wrighton, Whiting Penreads, Sam Kerr, of course, Jean-Francois, and Potter as well. So youngster.
Decent bench, that. Decent standard. Yeah.
Not bad. Oh, and driving into the box again. Oh, Chelsea nearly made it 2 through Aggie again, but it just went over the crossbar.
Aggie Beaver Jones versus Alessia Russo is going to be a fun competition throughout the season.
Yeah, I'm excited
because they are probably now the two names competing for England number 9, aren't they?
Yeah.
Like they've separated themselves from the pack to compete for England number 9.
Yeah. And you can't deny Aggie at all. Because we've said, Russo is great. She is. But Oh, there she is. Kat Macario has come on for Aggie Beaver Jones.
Also, Russo announced today or late yesterday she signed a new long-term contract at Arsenal.
Yes, this morning. Yeah, that was announced. They haven't said how long is a long-term contract. Oh, Ellie Carpenter driving through the middle. Can she do it? Oh, no, she just ran too much, ran into Yamashita.
This I saw was a rant that, as usually happens, journalists ranting about how WSL clubs are ridiculously cagey with regard to both contracts and transfers. Like everything is an undisclosed fee, and people won't even tell you basic stuff like length of contract.
Yeah. Like, I maybe get the money thing because a lot of money is being thrown about, but like, just tell us if you've signed up for 2 years or 5 or 10. Like, just let us know.
Yeah, I don't know, but I don't think anybody's expecting to know the ins and outs of every player's contract with wages and stuff. But
Ooh, Sandy Baltimore, lovely cross into the box, straight into the hands of
it's considered normal in the men's game to player X has signed for a further 2 years.
Yeah.
So, and in the women's game, apparently everybody has to be ridiculously cagey about it.
Well, it's club by club, isn't it? Because again, so I was documenting all of these, reporting all of them as they were coming out, and so many clubs are doing. Yep, we've signed a 3-year contract. We've done a 1 year with the option to extend. We've done this. We've done that, and then it's the higher you go up the pyramid, it's suddenly we've done something, but we're not going to tell you about it. We're going to give you an angle of a head that kind of alludes to the fact that we've done something exciting. Oh, and it's 2. It is 2.
Speaking of doing something exciting.
Oh, she's so happy. I love Micah.
But we're only going to show an angle of Micah Hamano's head on Twitter
to show that she scored. Yeah.
Goal for Chelsea. Silhouette of Micah Hamano.
Guess who? But no, that was a lovely bit of play again from Chelsea. And again, shows you that City do indeed need to step their game up. I nearly said a RuPaul quote, which would not have been good out of context. So yeah, lovely cross into the box, left by Macario for Hamano to slot into the back of the net. Cross in by Captain.
And again, we are seeing, that's the second time this season, we've seen a goal where the biggest assist is a player doing nothing.
Yes, letting it
because happen. Macario letting that run is still going for it, but realizing actually maybe she got a shout from behind, but she goes for that and then just kind of lets it run.
Well, it's that awareness, isn't it? And it's that intelligence to go, I could put that in the back of the net, but actually Micah's in a slightly better position. Goalie's not expecting it. Let's do
I love how the commentary is more Macario leaves that more by luck than judgment. Like, Eve.
It's like she is a talented player. Like, we will give her.
If that's Arsenal, there's 40 minutes about the game awareness of Russo to let that run through.
Oh, it's awful, isn't it? Awful. Yeah. Who's on comms. But yeah, just to make it fair, Man City subs, because we did get distracted. Keating, Lizelle, Coombs, Weinreuter, Wabi, Blinkhilde-Brown, Benet, Thomas, and Lewis are on the bench.
I do wonder whether we will hear more about, going back to the conversation we were having before we were rudely interrupted by Chelsea scoring their second. I do wonder if we'll hear more about contracts because of minimum wage being brought in the WSL, like the minimum wage threshold for contracts.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you should hope so, shouldn't you? Because I was reading probably that particular article that you're talking about, and they said that was a lovely curl into the box, but just wide from Lily Murphy. That was a very good shot. Very good shot. Yeah, in the US, is it 36,000 is the minimum that you can pay your players per year? So a decent salary indeed. Yeah, because we've said for a while, haven't they? You've got all these really expensive players that are earning the money, but it needs to be the ones at the bottom that you need to actually set a floor rather than keep.
And I wonder if we're now at a position where we need to bring in minimum squad requirements, in the sense that we need to say that in a WSL squad there needs to be a minimum of X players from the home nations, homegrown players, because most of the sport, that there seems to be a big reluctance to do it, but most of the sports do it.
Yeah.
English football used to do you had limits on
And
non-EU
Lauren
players
Kemp
that could be in a
cut
squad.
back. Gamina do anything? No, cut out. Feet of Bunny Shaw and lost again. And you think that, sorry, Paul, to interrupt you, but that shouldn't have happened. The fact that the ball went to the feet of Bunny Shaw and to Miedemar, and that should have been in the back of the net. There shouldn't be a world where that doesn't go in. But it's just not, it's not clicking.
I mean that's good defending from Chelsea, to be fair. There's about 3 or 4.
Yeah, there were a lot of shirts in the box.
There's 3 or 4 blue shirts throwing themselves into the way, but Man City looked tentative.
Yes. Yeah. But even the fact, I don't know if you're watching there, but Hasegawa was on the edge of the box. No one was on her. And she was even there like, hello. Pass. So yeah, it's a bizarre one. Oh, I've sat in the wrong place for too long. Oh, ow.
I've currently got my legs up on the back of the sofa because I'm old and I have a sore hip.
Yeah, I'm saying my back and hips are awful.
And I also can't actually lie down on the sofa because the cat Nancy has monopolised.
I love that.
Of
course she has. Fantastic.
She's monopolised the sofa. So
she's like, yeah, it's my spot now.
But if I were a Man City fan watching this, first game of the season, chance to make a statement, start of a new era. Their performance has been very flat as a team.
Yeah, there's been no spark, has there? Maybe that shot from Lily Murphy and what she's bringing in. I quite like that. And Hasegawa, of course. But and they've got one back. Aha! Game on.
And this is the benefit of me being 30 seconds behind, because I'm still sat watching Buddy Shaw talk to Emily Heaslip.
In other news, in Liga F, there was a match on tonight. Atletico Madrid and Real Madrid. Atletico beat them 2-1. Very good. And it comes off. Was that an own goal? It is.
That is that. Well, given the way the camera immediately went straight onto it,
went for it, but it came off Neve Charles. Oh.
This is what you get when you have a wonderful delivery, because it causes chaos. Looks like to me on first instance it comes off Neve Charles. Let's get a better look.
Hilariously, I can hear the commentary on yours in the background.
Yeah.
See, that's like a wonderful delivery, and it's this and it's that.
Neve Charles doesn't know anything about that. She kind of jumps, but she's not sure where she's trying to head that or anything,
or where it's coming from. She
kind of half leaps and her head gets tucked into it, and she's
I mean, to out jump Crazy Pryor is something to something to write home about.
That wasn't decisive.
No. Bit of a mix.
I've got to jump for this, but I don't know where I'm going to put it.
Yeah. I don't know what's going to happen when I actually make contact with it. See, now there's some urgency, right? This is what we want. Oh.
Chelsea did, of course, win their first game of the season last year by 1 goal, and the first game of the season the year before that by 1 goal as well. So they.
So again, it's always the find a way to do something, don't they? They always seem to find that winner. And camera pan to Serena Wiegman in the crowd.
You will probably think, Neve, that's not gone well.
Yeah. So, noted.
The camera really just like Ellie Carpenter, doesn't it?
Funny that. Yeah.
I mean, she is very involved in the play, but there seems to be a lot of random filler shots of Ellie Carpenter.
I mean, you hope in the innocent sense of the word she's a new signing, but there's also a lot of other signings on the pitch who haven't had that much attention.
There's always something around the corner that she'll be looking at and striving towards the World Cup.
But while there's a bit of another little lull, let's have a look. There was a red card in that Atletico Real Madrid match that I talked about. Signe Brun, who we talked about a lot at the Euros, if you watched our coverage as well, got a red card.
Former Manchester United player, of course, as well, briefly, and Lyon.
I know you always forget, don't you?
She's done a tour of the big clubs as Signe Brun.
And it was for a second yellow. It wasn't a straight red. It was a second yellow. However, what is interesting, and I was going to talk about this as well. Liga F have brought in a basic VAR. So is it football assist? Referee assist? Something. The word will come back to us. Honestly, baby brain is awful. But there's a monitor on the side, and clubs get 2 challenges to check, a bit like tennis where you can challenge a call. And they get 2 challenges per game for whatever they want to disagree with the ref. And the ref can go back over and have a look at the monitor. Now, the initial rules were that it was just going to be the 2 challenges. But on the opening day last week, model now. Barcelona won 8-0. Apparently, they checked every single ball for whatever reason. So it's a bit of a strange one, but again, because it's so hard to come by and people talking about it, I just what I find.
I am quite surprised that the WSL doesn't have VAR.
I'm surprised they don't have this kind of basic version in a sense. Let me find it. I wrote about it. Oh, bunny shot from distance, but into the hands of Hannah Hampton. Let's have a look.
I think manager challenges or coaches challenges would be a fascinating addition to football.
It's called FVS, Football Video Support. A step towards VAR allows the coaches to request the referee to check decisions made via a pitchside monitor. So there you go.
I think that would be genuinely fascinating.
Yeah.
To bring into the WSL.
Because again, even in the first parts of this match, there was a handball in the box, but it wasn't given.
Similar to requests for review in cricket, or
in tennis, yeah.
Or the TMO in rugby, but not automatic.
Yeah, so apparently if you if your challenge is successful, you keep that challenge as well. So it's not as if you use 2 and then
I think that would be an amazing idea, and I think that needs to be in the WSL yesterday.
Yes,
like,
I do.
Apart from anything else, can you imagine giving Mark Skinner something else to screw up? Like, there you go, 1 minute, 1 hour 34. But no, I think it would.
Like, how much better would that be? And even for the referees as well, we always say, they need a bit more support. They need Just, even that chance to double check if they have missed something. If that support's there, why are we not doing it, essentially? Now, first subs of, second lot of subs for Chelsea for the afternoon. Jean-Francois and Rickon Cannerid have come on for Erin Cuthbert and Sandy Baltimore.
Mild concern for Chelsea. Erin Cuthbert going off with a little bit of a limp there.
Yes. And for City as well, Sydney Lawman's come off and Blinkilda Brown has come on. That's an interesting change.
Another Blinkilda Brown, another player who's been somewhat overlooked.
Mm-hmm.
Since
regular first time minutes at Villa, but off to City.
Very distinctive player, Blinkilda Brown. Very easy to spot. That ridiculously long ponytail.
I was going to say, we talk about how many blonde players there are, but you can spot Blinkilda Brown.
You can.
Very distinct. Coming up to the 80th minute. Still 2-1, of course.
I do occasionally enjoy the punditry when you can tell they're scrambling to talk about players, like some players, because if they were just trying to talk about Blinkilda Brown coming on, it's like, yeah, she's a great player. She's got that good energy in that midfield.
He has legs. Oh, bunny shot from distance. Oh, Hannah Hampton got her fingertips to that to send it just over the bar. She got her fingertips to it. But again, if that got in, that would have rattled the bar for a year.
With all due respect to her, who is voting for Yui Hasegawa as player of the game? I think that's the Man City fan base doing that. Because the three fan bases are the person who scored, the one the commentators keep talking about as having a great debut.
Or the actual one that showed a lot of technical skill. But yeah, no, I think Ellie Carpenter should win player of the match, shouldn't she?
Yeah, she's going to, probably.
With our unbiased opinion, of course. Should have been a bit more power on that.
You kind of forget it's the men's international break, don't you, as well? It's just there.
I know, honestly, when Chris put in the chat, I was like, World Cup qualifiers, eh? Men, yes. Northern Ireland won last night, though.
You've got to let the men have a World Cup as well. It's a growing game.
It's only fair, I suppose.
It's a growing game, and it's a world game now.
Yeah, we were doing the Villa pod last night, and Gary, who's on, is from Northern Ireland, and I just heard a yes. I was like, what? He's like, oh, sorry, the men.
Yo! Somehow the ball went out of play, and it took at least 8 seconds for the officials to respond, which was an impressive level of.
Now, Gracie Pryor, I didn't think was that quick, but she has just kept up with Kat Macario. And almost got the better of her.
Today in classic punditry, talking about emphasising how it's great delivery for Man City's goal, but the service into Bunny Shaw hasn't been that great, and she needs better service. It's like so on the one hand you're talking about Man City's amazing service, but on the other hand it hasn't been that good.
Yeah. The football gods giveth, and they take it away. Chris is saying it's Mark White you're thinking of, Paul.
That's the fella.
Yeah. See, Chris, this is why we need you.
Passive aggressive criticism of the officials there as well.
What did they say?
It's hard to say whether the ball's gone out there. I think it had, but the official's closer than I am.
It's like, yeah, the official's closer. We need to actually trust them on some things,
No, they're just there for they're just there to look good. It's actually the commentators who can tell what's happening
Well, yes, of course. When they get the names right.
when they get the names right.
Oh, here we go, Lauren Hemp into the box. Millie Bright is there.
It's actually refreshing to have to watch a WSL game without people mentioning former Arsenal players. It's
That's great.
it's
Well, the only one they could possibly mention, of course, is Wien Reuter, who is not on the pitch at the minute. Quite rare.
that's nice play by Big Killer Brown as well
Mm.
to dig herself out of that.
She's a really, really good little player. But again, like you mentioned, very overlooked because of one, the team she's in, but two, the people who are around her, really.
And this again is the problem we're going to have once again, where you have maybe 5 teams are going to get talked about this season because, of course, everyone's going to talk about London City.
Oh, of course.
So,
Oh, lovely touch there from Kasperai and in. Oh,
he looks like an Easter Island head, Andre Yegman.
No, he doesn't. He comes to our Easter Island head.
no such thing of night at the museum. Hello, Doc.
You know how I feel about Easter Island heads, and I knock it off.
We just need a profile look of him looking slightly up. See.
Bunny Shaw versus Bright and wins. Ball to the box. Wasn't enough. Wasn't enough on there for Murphy.
Fortunate, I think, for Alex Greenwood. The way it falls to her so quickly. Weak and right foot as well. She just can't react quick enough to turn it goalwards. But again, Hampton makes the saves when needed.
What do we think of Risa Shimizu going to Liverpool with Gareth Taylor?
Sure.
That's weird from Man City.
Yeah.
They've made some interesting player personnel decisions.
Yeah.
With the Jess Park for Grace Clinton thing, which we haven't mentioned yet.
Yes, because Shimizu literally came back on in pre-season, didn't she, for a couple of minutes after ACL?
Well, maybe they've kind of decided, well, we don't want someone coming back from injury to play in a crucial position like centre back, but we still want to keep her around, and she needs the minutes, and so
maybe indeed. Here we go. Iman Benet coming on for City and Sjerka Nusken coming on for Chelsea.
Iman Benet is going to be interesting.
Coming on for Miedemar.
Benet for Miedemar? That's going to see a shift of personnel. If we assume that Miedemar has been playing off Bunny Shaw, then Iman Benet as a winger, or Benny, as Sky have just pronounced her. Iman Benny. Iman Benny in it is coming on.
And captain off for Nusken. Wait, am I saying it right? Captain or captain? Which one?
Captain, I think it is.
Captain. Right. Every time I say it, I'm like, which way around is it? Matt's usually quite good in the chat for that.
Vicky Captain is the oldest looking 19-year-old.
She looks a bit like Erin Cuthbert as well.
She looks like she's properly settled and has been playing for years.
Yeah. Oh, to the feet of Nusken. Can she do anything with it?
And you really do forget that Captain is 19 years old.
Too much on it.
You forget Nusken's only in her early 20s as well.
Yeah. But it's like Georgie said earlier, she was like, how old's Hannah Hampton? I was like, not as old You think she is?
Only still in her mid-20s.
Yeah. She's only what, 25? 24? How old is she? 24.
I'll tell you what, the amount of space that Ellie Carpenter is being left in there, still.
Mm-hmm. And you think after those first 2 minutes, you'd think, right, we can't do that. It's such a threat, though. I don't know if people saw the heat map. The whole way down that right side, did that first half. Oh, looks like Neve Charles hurt her ankle. That doesn't look good. Not good at all.
Next week, following the men's international break, and it's Chelsea men who head to Brentford.
She rolled it. Did she flip it?
And then it's the first Manchester derby of the season in the Premier League as part of our Super
Oh
Sunday.
no, she's carrying on. She's up. She's up. She's up. Yes, we'll talk about that swap at full time.
She's played a huge part today. She was
Just in case.
that regularly in the WSL last season, and of course,
Oh,
been on as a sub during the Euros mostly.
good clearance from Pryor there.
Right place, as you mentioned, sort of.
This game is kind of just, it's almost as if Man City have somewhat accepted.
It's petered out a bit, hasn't it? It's not.
It has. It's one of those weird ones. You'd think with 3 minutes left in the first game of the season and 1 goal between 2 title contenders.
Yeah, you'd think there'd be a bit more
more
to it. Come on, last minute winner or last minute equalizer. That's what we need. That's what we need.
Oh, pardon me. Sorry, that was They've just a shot of Gracie Pryor, and I don't know how she's done it, but her eye makeup is flawless. Like she's played 87 minutes and still has absolutely flawless
well,
eyes.
we say that about Adriana Leon as well, didn't we? Like, how do you still look incredible after playing your socks off for 90 plus minutes?
And I know that probably goes down as things that you'd never say about the men's game or whatever, but
But they're like a state all the time.
But also, we're not saying, it's not the whole thing. It's just, casual observation in a game that's kind of petering out a bit.
And it's a fantastic compliment, to be honest, because it does. It looks great. Why did Tempo just do that?
This game is somewhat petering out, and you can tell the commentary is somewhat already preparing the post-game narratives.
Of who are Man City? What do they do from here? Because it's interesting, as Christensen said at the beginning, that Chelsea need to evolve and get better, or else other teams are going to catch them up.
And Man City haven't really evolved, notably so far in this game, on the evidence of the first game of the season.
Haven't done much to really overpower them at all.
Like this has been fairly comfortable for Chelsea, hasn't it?
There's been a couple of alright chances for City, but again, lacking that finer bit of quality to put it in the back of the net.
If this is on the evidence of this, Chelsea have been tested far less in this game against Manchester City than they were against Aston Villa in the first game last season.
Thank you. Yeah, I agree.
And if this is the evidence of the improvement of the rest of the WSL to challenge Chelsea, then Chelsea are probably once again going to stroll to the title.
Oh, Lucy's been allowed back in the dugout. After being captured in the opening.
Because you can wonder about obviously things like injuries
Mm.
Really tried to drag her
Of a
deep
question.
to create
Oh,
And
that was a nice flick on. Luckily for City, no one could get to it from Chelsea.
her shoulders and drive the team forward. Has to be applauded.
but there's really
Oh, bit of a mix up there. Need to shout for it. And the mix up leads to Jean-Francois driving up the pitch. Oh, I was going to say if this leads to another Chelsea goal, City will be fuming there.
if you're an Arsenal fan watching this as the acknowledged closest challengers at the moment to Chelsea, probably as Champions League winners and stuff, you're not looking at Man City going, there's 3 of us in this title race.
Greenwood's just gone down with, I think, hamstring, and she's shaking her head as if to say, no, that's not good. And that she knows she needs to go off. She's took the captain armband off, give it to Casper, I think.
Oh, yeah, I felt that.
Yeah, that's not good. And again, we've seen just how vital Alex Greenwood is, not only to the back line, but as captain, as that figurehead in this team. You know, something happens to her again. Really
That's an instant. No, that's gone. I've felt something.
Yeah, like I can't.
That is the last thing that anyone connected with Man City wants to see.
I do think as well. There's more of a thing. There's possibly more of an awareness now in women's football to not react when they're injured, to not show that, no, this is serious, if at all possible. This kind of stoicism, because she sat there. You can tell she sat there trying not to react too much. She's just like,
for what people are then
show
going to say, how they're going to react. Yeah, no, I agree. Lila Wabi coming on in her place. 2 minutes of the 5 of added time to go.
that's the kind of stat I like. The Sky have just put up a stat that the difference in win percentage when Man City have had Alex Greenwood and not had Alex Greenwood.
Yeah, the with and without. I like that. Yeah.
85% with her, only a third of games without.
And if that doesn't tell you something about what she means to the team, it's not just us saying how crucial she is. The stats genuinely do reflect that as well. Kat Vicario driving forwards, out to Hermano on the left, looped in, but just not enough on it.
Iman Bene appears to be playing in the middle for Man City.
She does. Although she's a bit of a everywhere player at the minute, isn't she? She's trying to defend, she's trying to...
Well, she did play wing back for Switzerland effectively in the Swiss system, so she has played pretty much.
True. Oh, Chelsea thought that was a corner. They're fuming it's been given as a goal kick. As is everyone behind the goal, standing up. Oh, no. Lily Murphy is down in a lot of pain. Does it look like a shoulder? Does it look like... No, what's she... Oh. Paul, keep an eye out. What does the camera pan to?
I'm trying to keep a watch when there's...
That does not look good.
Trying desperately, Hannah Hampton, to get the physios over. And you can just see, it's hard to watch, isn't it? Just how much pain.
Yeah, that hurts. That's a...
Lily Murphy's in. Given a rare opportunity to start in the league.
Oh.
Again, don't think the zoom in on Ellie Carpenter while
Extension over summer.
the thing about an injury is a...
Well, maybe that part of that is probably the let's not show Lily Murphy.
Yeah, no, I get that. It's just the two girls just trying to do her hair.
Well, they have, to be fair, they've zoomed in on her because that's the announced the player of the match.
Oh, was that what they were doing?
That's what they were doing. And they
Okay, I'll let them off then. I'm being good and watch on mute, so I can't.
But if anybody was wondering how Ellie Carpenter does her hair, we're getting an extended
extended hair tutorial.
hair tutorial as where she goes from a high ponytail to more of a bun. You know, that's the kind of key stuff you want to keep an eye on. And it's as well the fact that Chelsea have scored all 3 goals in this game.
Yeah,
it's not positive for Man City.
You wouldn't be, because I think we'll start to say, how would Arsenal feel essentially watching this, but you wouldn't be scared of City, would you? After this performance, you wouldn't feel worried to kind of come up against them, and I think that's one of the big things that they need to have, that fear almost from other teams. Like Chelsea, you know what you're going to get. You know they're going to come out and like overpowering on it. Yeah, City need a bit more of that, don't they? That.
I wonder if women's football Twitter is losing its mind over Ellie Carpenter's nail polish. By the way, because she's got Chelsea nail polish.
What?
She's got full Chelsea blue nail polish.
I mean, you've
got as a lover of nail polish myself, you've got to respect that. I think if I were playing for my Sky Blues, I think I'd play in Sky Blue nail polish.
Well, you've got to. You've got to look the part.
But this has been a fairly long stoppage for Lily Murphy treatment, hasn't it?
Yeah. So I thought about holding her arm. Catherine Batt has just tweeted saying, Lily Murphy looks as if she's just said to City's physio, "I think I've broken my arm."
Yeesh.
So I don't know what happened. I don't know how, because we didn't see it, did we? It happened kind of off camera.
No. I mean, Kirsten Kasperide looks very concerned as well.
Yes.
The shot that just showed where Kirsten Kasperide was coming over to have a word, and now the medical staff appearing in the background there. I mean, then of course you wonder whether the reason they're not showing replays because A, they didn't see it, or B, because there is footage of it and it shows she has done her arm, and it's
I mean,
and it's an editorial decision, which is obviously a good thing.
Yeah, I was going to say that's the correct decision to not show. Absolutely. Like that close, that long shot's fine because you can't see anything apart from all the physios are on that are working. But looks like they've got a stretcher on for her.
A stretcher if she's done her arm is interesting.
Well, that's how it appeared from a distance, of course, because we can't see properly.
But no, like you say, if there's been a tweet about, I think that Lily Murphy's just told the physios that she's broken her arm.
Yeah, it's
so best wishes to Lily Murphy then. Certainly.
Yeah, I mean, anyone going down in that much pain, like you never want to see anyone hurt, but especially when you've come on as a starting player as well, new season and first game you get a painful injury. It just
that's several months of a broken arm, isn't it?
Yes. Oh.
So.
Story of Manchester City's season. Last time out, their lowest points per game ratio since 2014.
I love how the director isn't quite sure what to show at the moment. Obviously, with
it's kind of
her still being because in that long shot you can see she's still being worked upon and not being.
Oh, they're holding it at the right. Oh, my heart goes out to her. It really, really does.
Are they doing the full-on holding it stiff so it doesn't move?
Yeah. They're going really slowly, as you can imagine.
You mentioned about sort of City and the injuries and
Oh.
something that concerned me in general. I think I mentioned it earlier, sort of the lack of depth.
That's not going to be pleasant, to say the least.
No.
Fingers crossed for her as well.
Yes, obviously, hope she has a quick recovery. Hope, they get painkillers into her ASAP, because that looks so incredibly painful. I just hope, it looks like she's getting the right treatment as much as possible. I just hope she gets looked after. That's all you can ask for, isn't it? Yeah, that's the thing, because there was 3 minutes left of that added time, but
There were 3 minutes left of that added time, but that was at least 10 minutes. So the question is, do you technically you add that on, but
well, that's the thing, isn't it? It's
Man City are now a player down as well, because they've
yes.
used all their substitutions.
No, and there we go. Final whistle. Done. Only played out the original time. It was there. And it is over now. Yes, a defeat for Man City, but I think the bigger part of the night is just that we hope Lily Murphy is okay, and that is definitely the bigger point to come out of this tonight. But yeah, looking at the football, probably first half was the more exciting of the two.
Yeah.
Yeah, what I don't know, what can City do from here then? Have they just got to have a really good chat and be like, right, this isn't where we want to be. We need to get much more out of the team.
Yeah, because it was a flat start to the season for Man City, even without the injuries, wasn't it? And you kind of go, really, a team who's got ambitions to supposedly push Chelsea, and you have the chance to, you get what many people will consider to be the hardest game in the season, which is Chelsea away.
Mm.
Out the way first of all, and don't really. You have the chance to send a message, and it was a bit flat, really.
It was just a bit, for opening game, because we were like, let's do a live watch along, let's make the most of it. But it was a bit, there were good moments throughout. Again, predominantly those first 60 minutes ish. But yeah, then it just seemed to kind
I really hope that isn't going to be indicative of the standard of WSL games this season, because if it is, we're in trouble.
No, never.
If
See all the signings Everton have made.
if that's two of the best teams in the league meeting with the added charge of opening game of the season and point to prove and whatever else.
Well, that's the thing. You would have expected more for two teams that are going for the title again and are really going for it. But yeah, people in the chat, what did you think about it? Was it all you ever dreamed of and more, or are you still left wanting more? Because of course we've got a lot of football coming up this weekend. We put the fixtures up earlier. But yeah, after all of the chaos of the deadline dramas and new players coming in and stuff like that, to have the league then start the day after, it feels like that's taken away from the build-up. And I know a lot of other people have said it, and we said it off air as well, didn't we? So do you think that's something they could maybe look for in the future, that they'll start the league a bit later, or even
partly, but I also think that if they're gonna do it, they should start the league on opening day, where all the teams play on opening day.
Yes,
rather than this,
rather than trying to do opening weekend of football, because we've had one game in both leagues tonight. We've got one game tomorrow, and then the rest on Sunday. And it feels like, right, we'll open with yous, then we'll do kind of the second, and then we'll shove everyone else on together on Sunday. It just, no, set everyone off all together, and have a proper opening weekend.
I think there's more of a, apart from anything else, I think there's a lot more fun in having a bunch of games together. So you've got, the soccer Saturday type thing.
Yes.
With women's football, rather than just, we'll chuck the games that we think everybody cares about separately, and then we'll just chuck the rest on Sunday.
Because these are the ones that people want to see.
Nobody's talking about the fact the Merseyside derby is on opening weekend.
Well, that's the thing, yeah. And of course, our Chloe Bear as well was very much like, oh crap, they've put the derby on at Anfield on opening weekend. What have they done that for? Need to settle into the season before we have that fixture. But if you're either a casual fan or something happens, you're more likely to kind of pick and choose which games you go to. So if only certain people have been certain games have been promoted, then it's a hard one.
Yeah.
Because then will it affect attendances? Because people it
sounds bad, but Kerry's flicked over as a massive tennis fan to the US Open, and it's Djokovic versus Alcaraz, which is again a huge game. And there already seems to be a little bit more buzz. And I know tennis and football are very, very different, but just there's more of a big match feel to it than Chelsea versus Man City on the opening day. I was gone, oh, here we go. It's Chelsea versus Man City to start the season. Hurrah.
Yeah. Because again, for the neutral, you'd think, oh, this is the one.
Well, one of the ones, maybe Chelsea Arsenal is. If you think of the game that is going to be promoted as
right,
WSL game, full stop.
I've just rewound it. Yeah, sorry, Paul, what were you saying?
That's interesting from Simon. Chelsea get lucky totally undeserved, where Man City didn't really do anything to.
Hopefully done in the league again. Well, City did have, I think they put a graphic up about City had the last 10 shots or something, and Chelsea had only had one out of the last 10. And they did. We talk about moments in a match, don't we? And City had some really good short bursts in front of goal, but that final bit of quality wasn't there. And just for the Lily Murphy thing that we all missed initially, it happened right at the other end of the pitch, of course. She is going one-on-one with Ritten Canarid, and it gets to a point where Canarid pushes her off the ball, as you do. They're both going for it, and it's how she lands.
It's just a bad fall.
Just a bad fall on her arm with Ritten Canarid. And yeah, play continues right at the other end of the pitch, goes on for another couple of minutes, and you just think, she's there. And Hannah Hampton's with her because the camera suddenly pans and it's like, oh, something's going on.
And again, if Hannah Hampton's there frantically trying to signal with all the cameras and officials on the pitch to, hey.
And no one's any of the wiser because the ball's still in play down the other end of the pitch. It's just, they need a more of a SOS signal maybe, that something's happening, because even the ball comes back into play,
the referees are in contact with, presumably, with earpieces and stuff. So why is someone not going injury at the other end of the pitch?
Yeah.
There's or stronger than that, there is a player in distress. Stop the game.
Yes, stop the game. Yeah, because watching it, the ref has no idea and is indicating, yep, go kick, play on, yep. And it's only when she's suddenly being alerted, she's like, oh, something's happening. Yeah. And I think, and this isn't just to get against this referee, I think it should be kind of for all referees. Shouldn't you?
then
Yes, you're watching
there
the
needs
ball.
to be a player in distress
you need-
situation where a
Yeah.
player is, and you see it in the men's game as well, where a player will be down, and the crowd are going, "Ref, there's there's a player down injured."
Oh,
Sort it.
apparently, someone's saying on Twitter they've got a picture. I don't know how they've got a picture. That it looks like a really badly dislocated shoulder, but would they hold your elbow if you got dislocated shoulder? Maybe.
If they're trying to put it back in,
Yeah,
I would
maybe.
imagine. I
I
don't know.
don't know.
I don't
I've
know
never.
anything medically, so I'm not going to
No.
even attempt to speculate.
No, not at all. But yeah, I mean, a
I
dislocated
could ask.
shoulder.
I could ask the other person in the room who has suffered several dislocations. Shoulder.
Yes, please do. Medical advice here.
If a dislocated limb, if they're moving it, would they hold the limb at a certain angle and make sure
to
it's
straighten it. But with the shoulder, it would mean you couldn't straighten your arm. So
because when she was being carried off, they were holding the arm steady in.
Yeah.
And is that presumably to stop any more damage and
They'd have
Pretty.
to reduce it. I don't know. Whenever I've been reduced, I've been on gas there.
potentially if it was dislocated, if they reduced it, which
Mm.
is a technical term for putting it back in,
Right.
presumably you have to hold it in there to make sure that it has actually gone back in.
Yeah, that could be a good shout.
What level those people are trained.
So yeah, I mean, we hope
Team.
not that a dislocated shoulder isn't serious or anything, but we hope it is that,
Like, or not.
and that's preferable to a broken arm or a broken any part of that body. So,
Or it could be potentially if the physios are trained to manage it but not trained to actually put a limb back. Because
yes, of course, yeah, damage control essentially, isn't it? Just making sure
having been present for at least one of Kerry's dislocations and heard her reaction to it, it is horrifically painful.
Mm.
Because literally her arms hanging by the ligaments.
Yeah.
No, but Lily Murphy. We're talking about Lily Murphy's dislocated shoulder. If it's a dislocation, then her shoulder, her arm, will effectively be hanging by ligaments because it won't be sat in the socket, will it?
Yeah. Oh, that's made me feel a bit funny. So yeah, we are sending all of our love to Lily Murphy because that is horrendous. Really, really painful for her.
But they might have been holding because this is again, it's all speculation. But you can do horrendous damage trying to put it back in if you don't know exactly what you're doing, and you have to line everything up, and all sorts.
No, I can see that absolutely. Yeah. So yeah, we hope that she got swift medical attention. And is in rehab for that as soon as possible. But yeah, an unconvincing start for City as Chelsea come out winners again, finding the way to win, and are officially top of the league.
I think people will. I think some will try and spin that as an unconvincing chance for Chelsea, because at points obviously Man City had 9 shots in a row and all that sort of stuff.
Mm.
But I think that was a fairly convincing Chelsea win, because even if statistically Man City had lots of chances, at no point, you're not coming away from that game going, Chelsea have got away with one there, are you? You're coming away going,
no. Even though the scoreline was close, it didn't feel close. Actually watching. I mean, stats wise, the stats tell a different story. City 17 shots, 5 on target. Chelsea only had 8 with 3 on target. But watching it, you thought, Chelsea have had the better chances. They've really, really dominated this one. So yeah, that's surprising.
But as well, remember I spoke about it at length in the early part of last season, how Arsenal's shot percentage for goals to shots was ridiculously skewed. They were wasting chances like
Yeah.
it was going out of fashion.
Well, that's the thing. It's making the chances count, isn't it? So City are clearly creating. They're clearly doing a lot of very good things, but it's that final aggression almost, isn't it?
Well, it's
in that
very
final
surprising to say that when you're talking about a team with Bunny Shaw and Viv Miedemar in it.
I know. Yeah, you'd think. I mean,
Two of the best
hopefully,
finishers in the world.
yeah, and hopefully this is just first match, not nerves, but like first match settling in, and hopefully they'll be back firing on all cylinders soon. But yeah, if I was Yeglerts, thinking right, need to set a fire under them now, need to really kick on and get going because that's not the way you want to start. But again, a 2-1 doesn't sound like a bad result. But ultimately, you would hope for more, wouldn't you, from City? Yeah.
And Chelsea, Sonia Bonpastor's attitude to that will probably just be job done.
Yeah.
We can play much better than that, and we'll need to play much better than that.
Well, yeah, because she didn't look happy throughout. So, and again, I think that's what's carried on from the Emma Hayes legacy as well. Of even if it's a win, she was very much quick to say, "Well, we can do so much better." Like, yeah, we won, but that wasn't, convincing by any state of mind. So, so yeah, it'll be interesting to see how the teams come out next time. Because if we look ahead, so quick rundown of the rest of the weekend's fixtures. Once more. Why am I doing that? I've got a graphic with them. Hang on. So we've still got Arsenal and London City Lionesses tomorrow at 1:30. Then we've got Spurs West Ham, United Leicester, Liverpool Everton, and Brighton Villa on Sunday. So some really, really good games in there. You've got the Merseyside derby. We're going to be talking about it. And Brighton Villa is always a really fun game as well. Usually always a couple of red cards involved. So hopefully some other really good games to come out this opening weekend.
So it'll be a fun Wednesday show. Hopefully, there's lots of potential drama.
I hope so. I really, really do. And it's not just WSL and WSL2 back, of course. The Frauen Bundesliga came back this weekend. The French Premier League is back this weekend as well. I think they start tomorrow. Frauen Bundesliga started tonight because Eintracht Frankfurt won 5-0 against SGS Essen. And Frankfurt, of course, Geraldine Reuteler plays for them. We talked about her a lot at the Euros. There was a rumour she might be signing for Arsenal. But then Frankfurt have made her vice captain, as if to say, please don't go anywhere. Don't leave. We need you here.
There'll be if she has a decent half season, then she'll be one of the big targets of the winter window.
Yeah, I can definitely see that. I mean, and she will, because we know exactly what type of player she is. But there are a lot more eyes on her than there were before. Absolutely.
I'm also going to throw out there, by the way, because they just reminded me, and they just showed the WSL, the Sky Sports WSL return of the Lionesses coming back, and then they undo the tracksuits and club shirts, and they're trying to get back to their clubs and stuff. And there's a wonderful moment where Lauren Hemp just goes, "Megs," and now I want her to do that in games. There needs to be a rule where when players pull off bits of skill, they're full-on wind-up merchants. Like, imagine how annoyed Katie McCabe would get if someone beat her and on the way by just went, "Megs."
There'd be a lot more red cards.
That's a definite yellow card. More shithousery.
They would, absolutely. I have just noticed on the Sky Sports thing when it came up with the fixtures, kick off 12 o'clock unless stated otherwise. So it must be a thing now that the accepted time will be 12 o'clock unless otherwise stated. I'm assuming for TV purposes, which is very interesting.
And he's going to suck.
Yeah, because as people in the chat will know, if you've ever tried to get anywhere on a Sunday, public transport doesn't wake up until pretty late.
Public transport is optional.
Yes.
On Sunday.
Yeah, especially where I live in the middle of nowhere. But yeah, so for example, of course, Villa fans going away to Brighton. I think the coach is leaving at 7 o'clock. in the morning.
7 a.m. on a Sunday morning. Oof.
Yeah.
And men, yeah, people go, "Oh, we're used to that with men's football away days." But if you're trying to get families, and the target audiences that you're trying to get, teenagers, families, whatever else,
it's a long day, very long day
to get into for Villa fans, because presumably they're leaving from Villa Park.
They leave, from around the corner, the Aston.
Yeah, the Aston to round the corner from Villa Park, whatever. But
Yeah.
trying to get into Birmingham at 7 a.m. on a Sunday morning, if you can't drive.
Well, that's the thing, yeah.
Get back, get back at 8 o'clock in the evening. Ish.
It's such a long day. It's so long. And then most people then go to work the next morning, and it's a lot. And again, I know traveling's part of it, but it does take a lot out of you.
There's a reason games on a Saturday kick off in the afternoon.
Yeah.
And not midday. Because men's football, a lot of that, apparently there was a lot of the reason it's 3 o'clock kickoffs is partly because people did 5.5 days work, so people work Saturday morning, but also because even in regional football, I was reading this up, the reason they kicked off at 3 o'clock and not at like 1 o'clock when the factories kicked out is to give people time to get to the games.
Yeah.
To give people who worked in the morning time to go home, have lunch, and then get back to the ground.
And then get back. Yeah.
And now we're in a situation where it's like, now we're not even going to let people.
No. And that's the thing. It worked for the people, and that's why they did it. And now they need to do that again, really. It'd be interesting to see if they actually took a survey and said, what is your preferred kickoff time? Because I think a lot of people, even 2 o'clock, I know it's only 2 hours, but it just gives you a bit more time to either get somewhere, or if there's delays or cancellations or anything like that, it just gives you.
Or even if you just had a heavy Saturday night.
Or even that. Yeah,
if
you like a lie-in.
Bit of a lie-in, get up, and then, right, okay, midday, you wake up, have breakfast, and then, right, off to the ground.
Yeah. And that sounds pretty good to me, to be honest. But yes, so we shall see what the remaining times are. Because for the WSL 2 games, they're all kicking off at 2, I believe. Yes, they are on Sunday. They're all at 2. Then it's only tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow's is at 2 as well. It's only the Arsenal game tomorrow. That's at 1:30 versus London City. So we'll see.
Which again is a very weird kickoff time, 1:30.
Yeah, 1:30. Yeah.
It's to fill in a bit of time on telly. Because I believe that one's on the BBC, isn't it?
Yes, I want to say. Should we have a look? Let's just check for everyone.
It sounds like it should be on the BBC, because
it sounds like a BBC fixture, doesn't it?
90%, as the Endeavour Time of telling us, 90% of WSL games are on Sky now behind a paywall, which of course is a great way to make a game accessible.
Yes, it's on the BBC. Yeah. So as many people as possible can watch that one. And Chris confirming it for us as well. Thank you, Chris. So that one is on BBC. The rest, I think, are on either Sky or YouTube as well. Remember, and also, Serie A isn't back yet. That's not back till October, the actual league. But the new Serie A Women's League Cup, the second round is on tomorrow. If you want a bit of Italian football,
this is what they should do with the Sub Cup. Just get the League Cup out the way early.
Yeah, because by March, it's just, no one cares really, do they? But yeah, at least if there was a competition earlier, because like you build up to the FA Cup, don't you? Like that's the final that you're going for. If anyone who is a representative of the League Cup is watching currently, we'd like it a bit earlier, please.
Just have the League Cup final in November, and then it's nicely out the way
and done. Because again, when you get to the end of the season and you're playing all these finals and all these things, most of your players are knackered by the end of that. So
and often finals fatigue.
Yeah.
Because by then you have the situation where the richest clubs with the biggest squads are already through Wales early in the season,
Mm-hmm.
as Nancy says, you can have the situation where any team can win because if teams start quick, like if Brighton had been in the League Cup early last year, you could have had them have a heck of a start to the season. Spurs the year before.
Absolutely, yeah. And it would just shake it up a bit, wouldn't it? So I quite like that idea. Let's put that into practice, shall we? Let's go talk to some people higher ups. But yeah, I think. Oh, we'll have a quick word on the Jess Park Grace Clinton thing, and then we will let everyone go. Now, when the swap deal first came out, we're a bit like, really? Because we'd heard rumours that Grace Clinton was possibly looking for a way out, that the contracts hadn't been handled greatly, etc. But yeah, I never saw the Jess Park thing coming. So Paul, as a lovely little summary to end with, what are your thoughts on this?
What on earth are Man City doing?
Well, yeah.
Man United have been handed addition by subtraction there because they've got the better player out of that deal.
I mean, Jess Park, such a cracking, and they're both on contracts till 2029 as well. So, both clubs know what they're doing, and the players.
I'm still surprised Jess Park made that move if she wants more time because now she goes from sat behind Viv Miedema to sat behind Ella Toon, who's always going to be starting number 10 for Manchester United,
isn't it?
because of the vibes.
Yeah, and it just makes you think how are both going to fit into their new.
And I don't know where Grace Clinton's going to fit into that Man City team.
No.
Is she going to, because she can't play alongside? Is she going to play alongside Hasegawa? Because she said about how she wants to adjust the game and bring more of the box to box side out. But she had that chance at Man United.
Yeah,
and she got displaced by Hinata Miyazawa. So because she and Ella Toon can't play in the same team. As I said last year. It's almost like we know what we're looking at.
Yeah, sometimes, hey, it's quite nice when we're proven right, isn't it? But yeah, it'd be interesting to see how both teams incorporate them into their squads, because on the surface it looks
a strange move.
Very strange indeed. And just a quick run through of kind of the big names that have been brought in, of course. Graschioro from PSG is now signed for London City for not a world record transfer fee, as was first reported. We've also had Birmingham City teased us, didn't they, with their signing. They were like, no, wait until the
morning. That is a huge signing, by the way. Ji So-hyun coming back to the UK to play for the WSL. That's playing in the WSL too. That is a huge.
That's massive, and it's only
a
short-term goal, but what a player to have for that short period.
Absolute Rolls Royce of a player. To use a football cliche.
Yeah, no, 100%. No, I just got distracted there because Sky Sports WSL, I don't know how I feel about them posting this, have posted a picture of Lily Murphy from behind. You can kind of almost see one shoulders.
That's editorial choice. That's for clickbait, and that's the kind of thing where I'm like, really?
Yeah. And Hannah Hampton's with her as well, kind of, and it's just so many other pictures you could have chosen, but it's a choice.
Put it this way: as someone whose job is now doing that for the BBC, amongst other things, I suspect if I had had access to that picture and had said, "Let's do a tweet of this," I'd have been told, "Really?"
Yeah, it doesn't sit right, because they made the right choice to not put the camera on her when she was getting treatment. Brilliant. You need to do more of that. Why do that? Why not just...
Would they have posted a picture of a male player with a dislocated shoulder?
Well, that's the thing. And it's not graphic in the sense of if you didn't know what you were looking at, you probably wouldn't see anything. But it's because we know it's probably a shoulder and an arm, and just the way it's... Yeah, it's not great. not great. So questionable there from Sky Sports WSL. I don't think I would have put that up there, but yeah, if people are interested in that full tour, you can always let us know what you think. But yeah, I don't think it should have been done.
I'm assuming they're going to probably get torn to shreds for posting it. I'd imagine the replies are, I wouldn't want to be the Sky Sports WSL social media intern after being told to post that.
No, and that's the thing. Even if they delete it, it's out there now.
Yeah,
like, it's done. So very, very bizarre choice indeed. But yeah, since the window's shut, just before we go, any signings that have impressed you?
Spurs is very late one, and it's really, really bad that I can't offhand remember the surname, but the Swedish striker, Katinka.
Oh, yes. Oh, God. Hang on. I've got my tracker.
Our excuse here is just the sheer number of signings. It's like, and you've just dropped on me. Any signings from the 32 announced on deadline day that have impressed you? Like
Katinka Tanberg. There we go.
Katinka Tanberg.
But I love that Spurs went, you can call her Tinker.
Because she looks like a penalty box predator of a player.
I mean,
which is what Spurs need.
Yeah.
Someone to get on the end of things.
Yeah. No, I agree.
And the reason my eyes keep flicking back and forth, by the way, is because Djokovic and Alcaraz are currently doing things that no human should be able to do on a tennis court. It's ridiculous.
Literally watching back and forth. But yeah, no, there have been some very, very good signings in this window. And again, with games starting again, it'll be interesting how they fit in.
I think the most impressive signing that London City have made is Elena Linari. I think that's a superb sign.
And again, it's gone under the radar for a lot of people because if you have never seen Italian football, you think, all right, okay.
Or even watching the Euros, you're kind of, you're not watching the Euros to watch the centre backs, are you?
Well, yeah, and that's the thing. And we've been talking about it for a very long time. So hopefully, when she does play and people go, oh, and then we'll get who is Elena Linari?
Who is London City Lionesses centre back Elena Linari? Yeah.
Where did she come from?
Lionesses fans may remember seeing Elena Linari as one of the players losing to England.
But with style and substance. But yes, we will.
Katinka Tanberg is a very interesting signing from Spurs and one that's gone under the radar. Risa Shimizu going out on loan is a very astute signing.
Yeah,
because I'm surprised Man City have allowed her to go out on loan.
Yes, yeah, we said it was a strange one earlier, didn't we? Yeah, absolutely.
But signing of the summer in both leagues for me is probably certainly on deadline day is Poppy Pritchard going back to Durham.
That's Durham. Yeah, very good bit of business from Durham. Again, I don't think they'll be fighting for promotion, Durham, but I think they're going to do top half-ish things. But again, happy to prove that. Newcastle, interestingly, have brought in another 2 goalkeepers. So it makes you think about where Claudia Morn's position is going to be this season.
Grass ain't greener, Claudia.
Thought you'd swap the black and white, red and white for the black and white. How rude. But again, we shall see on Sunday because that's when Newcastle are away to Forest. And I'm going to be at that one, which is going to be very exciting. So yes, we will leave it there. Thank you everyone who has watched, listened, got involved in the chat. We really our normal duties are on a Wednesday night at 8:30, and again, like we said in the intro, we cover as many leagues as possible, and we hope that the rest of this weekend is going to be a bit more exciting than tonight's action. But Sunderland did win 4-0 against Sheffield United in the WSL2. So we're keeping on to that one for the evening. And the last thing is, of course, we're sending our thoughts again to Lily Murphy and hope she does make a speedy recovery. But yes, you too, Chris, have a lovely weekend, and everyone in the chat. And we'll see you when service resumes on Wednesday.
Indeed.
Good evening and goodbye.